What's up, guys? Mike here, back with another video. Don't adjust your screens. Yes, it is in fact me. Yes, the hair got severely cut. Yes, the beard got shaved. It's still me, though. It's still King Kraken. Today, you are going to get two videos. This is the first. As I promised back when the summer circuit started, we were going to finish with NFL divisional previews. And with the NFL season just around the corner, what a perfect time to fucking do so, eh? So let's get into it. Today, we're going to start with the easiest division in the NFL to predict, and that's the AFC East. So what we're going to go do is we're going to go through 4th through 1st, process of elimination, really, and we'll spend the most time on why. So let's sit back and enjoy.
4th place, the New York Jets.
Yes, obviously the Jets are in 4th place in this division. It's not really hard to see why. If everyone thought that the Rams' offense was bad last year when Todd Gurley described it as middle school worthy, this offense is going to be even worse. I mean, Josh McCown is 37 years old, 2, terrible, 3, has always been terrible, and then what's their fallback plan in case it fails? Bryce Petty? Christian Hackenberg? Like, don't get me wrong, Hackenberg has not been as bad as everyone has been claiming he's been in training camp and whatnot, and the New York media really loves to spin the narrative of just how bad he is and how awful he is on some of his decision making. And don't get me wrong, he is still pretty bad, but some of these where they're blaming him and the receivers running the wrong fucking route, it's mind-boggling. I mean, he's not truly the worst quarterback we've ever seen, but he's obviously not going to be any saving grace. Matt Forte is starting running back and is like 115 years old. There's no one for whoever the quarterback is to throw to. Noon was out for the year. Decker's in Tennessee. Brandon Marshall is still in New York. He's just, a giant now. Yeah, there's nothing. There's no tight ends. I mean, their defense is gonna maybe keep some of these games from being complete and utter blowouts, but other than that, they're just disgustingly bad. Todd Bowles probably Todd Bowles probably will not last the season. Mike McCagnon probably gone at the end of the season anyways, and they're definitely in suck for Sam or whatever the fuck you want to call this year's campaign for why we should suck and draft Sam Darnold #1 overall, because believe me, the Jets are obviously one of the front runners for that first overall pick.
3rd place, the Buffalo Bills.
The Bills saw what the Jets did and decided to try to do it themselves, obviously getting rid of Sammy Watkins and trading Ronald Darby for Jordan Matthews. Let's think about how much of a downgrade that is. You have Sammy Watkins, who, albeit struggles to stay healthy, but to trade him for Jordan Matthews? Jordan Matthews is awful. Believe me, as an Eagles fan, I know just how bad Jordan Matthews truly is. He's shit. Sammy Watkins may not be able to stay on the field as often as Jordan Matthews, but he's actually good at football. Jordan Matthews is a glorified slot receiver. Really, on any team that's any good and has any receivers, wouldn't be anything better than a 3rd or 4th receiving option. And now he's your #1 guy. Zay Jones has the most chemistry with the quarterback, and Zay Jones is a rookie. Let's think about that for a minute. This is a very bad team. Obviously, they're doing themselves a big favor by at least keeping LaShawn McCoy and Tyrod Taylor, who are probably their only good players on offense left. The offensive line is very hit and miss. Cordy Glenn is good, but the rest of the offensive line is bad at best. The defense, it has some key parts. Obviously, Kyle Williams is still there. Jerry Hughes is still there. Lorenzo Alexander, who had a breakout season at like 32 last year, is still there. The secondary, it has a lot of weak spots. And I think that teams are going to be able to tee off. And obviously, Buffalo saw the writing on the wall. They have a shit ton of picks. And they just recently traded Reggie Ragland for a 4th-round pick in next year's class, not 2018, 2019. So they already saw the writing on the wall for a 2nd-round pick from a year ago and got rid of him before they could get fucked and not get anything for him. I don't see this team being much better than the Jets. I think the Jets are probably a 1 or 2 win team. I think that the Bills are going to be lucky to hit 6 wins. They're definitely in tank mode. They have enough picks, though, that they can trade up and be an interesting contender to go get a Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, or Josh Rosen. All in all, this team knows that in Sean McDermott's first year, albeit it sucks for Sean McDermott, he thought he was going to be inheriting a good team, but the general manager and the rest of management has decided to throw in the towel before the season already starts, basically fucking Sean McDermott from the get-go. But if it ends up paying off in the star quarterback, which they clearly don't see Tyrod Taylor as, maybe it won't be too bad after all. But right now, this is going to be a lost season and a very bad place for the Buffalo Bills.
Second place, the Miami Dolphins.
How sad is the AFC East? A team that just lost their franchise quarterback is still probably going to be the second best team in the division. Yes, the Miami Dolphins, one of my least favorite teams in the NFL. They are still going to be the second place team in this division. I fully believe that no matter how bad I want them to fail, they're somehow just going to keep going against what I want. They're going to maybe contend for a wild card spot. This may be a hot take, but Jay Cutler fits that offense way better than Ryan Tannehill does. Ryan Tannehill, let's face it, is just a bad quarterback. He's a bad quarterback. He shouldn't have been drafted, what was he, 7th or 9th or whatever the fuck he was back in 2012, because he had, 1 year of experience at the quarterback position, was a converted wide receiver. He's an athletic quarterback, but he isn't any fucking good. And the thing is, if you actually take a look at Tannehill's contract like I did, there's an easy out for them after this year. He's going to be 30 years old already. He was a 24-year-old rookie. He hasn't done anything in the pros. Like I said, Jay Cutler fits this offense better because he at least understands the terminology way better than Tannehill did. This team did well in spite of Tannehill last year. I think having someone like Jay Cutler who actually understands what the fuck he's doing in an offense. Jay Cutler, believe me, is not an all-world quarterback, but he is far and away better than a Ryan Tannehill. And he might be able to actually make Devontae Parker good. Like, Devontae Parker has struggled because Ryan Tannehill, and believe me, Jay Cutler does this as well, force feeds the fuck out of one receiver and just pummels them with targets. And it happens to be Jarvis Landry, which has built up Jarvis Landry's ego to actually thinking he's a good receiver. And he isn't. He's a good receiver. He believes he's like a top 10 receiver. He's one of the most overrated players in the league. Great fantasy player, terrible actual player. Kind of like Blake Bortles, but for wide receivers. My point is that the Dolphins, obviously they're going to have 2 built-in wins in the season with the Jets. They're probably going to beat the Bills twice. Maybe 1 win against the Patriots, you never know. Right there, that's 5 wins. You probably only need 9 to get into the playoffs in the AFC. It's going to be a very easy schedule for them. I don't see how they can't squeak into a wild card spot or come up just short. I just think that as bad as the Dolphins are, they're just not nearly as bad as everyone else in the division.
First place, the New England Patriots.
Are we really surprised that the Patriots are going to win the division? I mean, come on. Since Brady took over, they've only lost the division once, and it was when Brady tore his ACL the year after the perfect season, and they still went 10-6. This is far and away a better team than they had even last year. They saw some deficiencies in the team and went, hey, fuck it, we'll go get Brandon Cooks. Yeah, they traded for Coney Ely and then cut him because he didn't fit the system, but they have improved on every single weakness. I think that they got a very good, like a steal in the draft, in my opinion, in Derek Rivers, who should have an immediate impact because their pass rushing depth is just not that good. Malcolm Butler, he's not the best, one of the best cornerbacks ever, like Gil Brandt may say, but he's still one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL this year. Listen, Belichick's gonna Belichick, Brady's gonna Brady, Patriot's gonna Patriot. I can't remember the last time the Patriots even finished with less than 12 wins and a healthy Brady. Has that even happened? I don't even think it has. They're obviously gonna do, better than the Dolphins, who will probably max out at like 9 or 10 wins. All they need to do is get 11 wins. They'll probably have 11 wins by week 13 or 14 or whatever. I think that ultimately this Patriots team is going to go minimum 13-3. You heard it here first. You probably didn't hear it here first, but you heard it from me. That's my point. This team definitely has the potential to go 16-0. And I don't really know if there's another team in the AFC that's going to be able to compete with the Patriots. I wasn't kidding when I said that this was the easiest division to pick. I mean, hell, I was just able to spend about, 8 minutes to just rifle through how bad the other teams were and just how fucking great the Patriots were. Every year we know it's going to be the Jets and the Bills at the cellar, Dolphins going to be somewhere in between, and the Patriots at the top. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Come back in a couple of hours where we'll have the NFC East preview. As always, I've been King Kraken. Like, comment, subscribe. See you again next time.